What's up, family? Welcome back to another edition of 0 to 625 Doors on day 12. I'm Oliver Perry. Let's do this. So today we're going through finding a broker, and we're actually going to fill out my little form, and we're going to add brokers to that list, right? So we're going to do, I think it's 3 or 4 brokers. Let's see here. Let's double check right here together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brokers. So we're going to find 5 brokers today. And we're going to take those brokers and add them onto our list. So we're going to take the tips that I gave you guys, I want to say it was day 10-ish, somewhere around there. Day 10, I think. And we're going to actually put those in action. Now, I've been off a little bit. As always, deployment is not easy. Things happen. Internet, things get busy that I can't really get in detail about. But nonetheless, I'm here now. Let's rock this out. Okay, so we're going to hop straight into the first thing that we talked about. We talked about LoopNet. So because Hampton Roads is such a tight-knit area, as in the cities are very close together, it's very likely that the brokers are working all 7 cities. I don't see a lot of commercial commercial rental property there as far as residential commercial. So we're going to look in, we're just going to pick a city, Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we're going to look for multifamily. I'm going to hit the search button here. Okay, we'll see what pulls up. All right, so it pulled up one property. So we're going to make a note. We're going to take a look at this one property. We're going to make a note of who the broker actually is. A little notepad here. And this is Marcus and Millchap. Marcus and Millichap. Marcus and Millichap are the brokers on this one. So now that we know there's only in Virginia Beach, and it looks like all 3 of those are actually one particular portfolio. So we're gonna look into another city. Let's try Newport News, VA. Search, nothing in Newport News. Let's try Hampton. Whoops, there you go. Hampton. Nothing's going on in Hampton. Let's try Chesapeake. Trying Chesapeake, Virginia. There is one in Chesapeake, Virginia. Let's see what the name of the broker is on this one. Now, just because we add the broker's name to our list doesn't necessarily mean that there's a broker we're gonna talk to. I like to see their name more than once, but if this is what we get, that's fine too. At the end of our tips, we got 3 more routes to check out, or 2 more routes to check out before that. Let's see. So that's Chesapeake. Let's see, Portsmouth, VA. So it looks like I'm confused here. That was the same apartment we just saw, right? Yeah, I think it's the same apartment we just saw. Let's go back. Gum Road. Did I put it in twice? I don't know. Okay. Let's try Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, there's 104 unit apartments. Now, supposedly on LoopNet, we hear a lot that this is where properties go to die. I don't know if that's necessarily true. You know, I'm sure there's a diamond in the rough every now and then. So this is the second time we've seen Marcus and Millichap. So we're going to mark that down. So we've seen them twice now. Marcus and Millichap. And let's try lastly, Suffolk, VA. There you go, Suffolk. And there's nothing in Suffolk. So in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Hampton, Newport News, Portsmouth, we looked up the gamut. So let's go through what this has. Now, this has this property in Smithfield. Smithfield isn't exactly in the Seven Cities area, so we're not going to look at the Smithfield one, but we're going to look at these others to see. It looked like one of them was a repeat, and I think it was the Gum Drive one. So this one, I believe, was a repeat. And then you've got the Breeze Apartments, and then you've got the Ocean View. I believe the Ocean View was Marcus and Millie Chap. The Breeze was Marcus and Millie Chap. And then Gum Drive was Gray Steel, if I remember correctly. So let's go back and check it out. Okay, so Gray Steel. Okay. So next thing we're going to do, so we've got two. At least we've got one and a pending, right? So we've got Marcus and Millie Chap. Was it 2 L's? Yep, 2 L's. Millie Chap. And then we've got Gray Steel. Now we know Marcus and Millie Chap we're probably going to keep, so we're going to go ahead and go into one of the properties that are offered by Marcus and Millie Chap, and we're going to add them into our list really quick. So Marcus and Millie Chap. We got 3 different names we could choose from. In this particular instance, it doesn't matter because we're just going to do the number and the email. So, whoops, there you go. No, it's still Gray. There it goes. Okay. So we're going to go Marcus and Millie Chap. You could actually just copy and paste this number if you like. We can clean it up to look pretty later. We're not super concerned about the attractiveness of this right now. And then you'll hit the contact button, and it should pull up some kind of, so it's got a reference, but it doesn't have an actual email. So in this instance, we're going to scroll around, see if we can find it. If not, what we'll do is just go straight to the Marcus and Millie Chat website, as we're doing right now, and we will see if they got what we need. So it looks like they got phone numbers. They've actually got quite a bit going on in different locations as well, though. Okay, very interesting. So they're spanning more than just Hampton Roads area. So we don't see email address. So looks like we're going to have to go and do some digging to find that email address. But I don't imagine it's going to be super difficult, as Marcus and Millie Chap look as though, they are readily available as far as customer service. But we will look at these specific numbers, as these are the ones that are local to Hampton Roads at least. We're almost certain because they're 757 area codes, which is the area code for Hampton Roads, Virginia. They may not be. They could very well be located in a different location. God only knows, but those will be our top 2 choices when we make that phone call to reach out to someone who will be able to tell us, hey, this is this is that, and then we'll go on from there. So Marcus and Millie Chat, we'll just have to stay pending. And we're going to mark 2 here. I'm going to mark 2 just for my notes, reference notes. I don't know what happened here on my little spreadsheet. Okay, I'll fix that later. That's weird. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so now we only saw Still Gray once, so we're not adding them onto the list just yet, but we're going to see what pops up next in our next place. And the next place we talked about looking is in biggerpockets.com. And biggerpockets.com is another platform which has a bunch of real estate investors, a bunch of real estate brokers and lawyers and things of that nature, all in the real estate community, looking to find places to work together or find a way to work together. So we're going to go and check that out now. So we're in Bigger Pockets now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go straight into Bigger Pockets, and we're actually going to search for exactly what we're looking for, which shouldn't be too difficult. We just go in and hit the button and type in the information, and we search. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So let's do that now. So we're going to say multifamily, broker, and see what comes up. Oh, shoot. You know what? We need to be more specific. So we need to say multifamily broker, Hampton Roads. Multifamily broker, Hampton Roads. Now, this is where it can get tricky, because if you're looking at Hampton Roads is sometimes referred to as Tidewater as well. So we have the opportunity to go and look there as well. So somebody said they're looking for a broker here, but they got 0 replies. Somebody said it here, and they got 1 reply. I'm looking for a commercial broker. So let's take a look at this one and see what happens. Looking for a commercial broker. Thank you. I'm finding. Okay, so this one is not fruitful at all. So we'll go back. Hampton Roads, multifamily, and more. This might be a good place to start. Okay, this is actually an invite to an event. So we'll check out multifamily and more. Oddly enough, I'm actually a member of this group on Facebook. So we'll take a look at the multifamily and more Hampton Roads group here on Facebook here shortly. 15 replies, investment path. Okay, so this gentleman put something up. He's military, looking for his investment. So we're going to look and see if anybody in the 7 cities in Hampton Roads area responded like this. That's an actual broker involved in real estate. Nope. He's not a broker. Let's check him out. Let's check his profile. And you can check people's profile to see kind of who they are and what they do. He's a realtor. So that's not what we need. No worries. Let's see. Virginia Beach. Joined last week. So it doesn't look like we're getting a lot from the Bigger Pockets platform, and that's okay. It's never going to be a hit all the time. But there is one. It looks like. So as I was scrolling, I was talking to you guys. I'm looking, and we see real estate broker, Virginia Beach, Virginia. She's a premium member. Her name is Christy Cole. So Christy Cole is code agency. So we'll write down code agency. The code. Okay, so they got a website here. Code agency. Let's go to this website and see what they have. They're both brokers in Virginia. Okay. So we're pulling this up. Uh-oh. Well, maybe not. Let's go back. That's clearly not a place we want to be right now. So, unfortunately, that one dropped out. And maybe we can just Google them. Let's try and Google them real quick and see if we can find them. www.google.com. And it said Cole Property Team. Team Hampton Roads. So we're looking that up now. Okay, so we see Cole Hart. Here we go. So this is the name of Cole Properties. This is the owner, Frank and Chrissy Cole. So we found Frank Cole. So this might be a good way to go about taking a look at them and seeing what they're about, as he has a LinkedIn profile, but we clearly were unable to get to the website itself, and maybe there's some change, we don't know. But we also have the ability now to reach out to him via LinkedIn, which can come in handy as long as you're kind of bouncing around and really looking at everything that you have available, all the assets that you have available. However you got to go to get a hold of people, to talk to people, take that path. This is what LinkedIn is made for connections. So why not link it? So I've got his link. I'll hit connect, and I'll add a note. Actually, we won't add a note yet. We won't add a note yet. And the reason why we won't add a note yet, because we want to make sure we have our criteria in check so that when we talk to him, we can tell him exactly what we're looking for and exactly how we're going to do it. The good thing is right now we're just looking at the area itself. So finding a broker is important. The next important step is to have a breakdown of exactly what we need. NOI, cap rate, size, age, anything that we can come up with to add to our criteria is going to be useful. And we can veer off a little bit, but we try to stay as close we can to that criteria as possible, because the criteria that you give them is the criteria they're going to use to help you find what you're looking for. And just having that in pocket, makes you see even much more of a professional, as if you are really looking for whatever you're looking for and that you're really driven and locked in, which is always advantageous when dealing with brokers because you don't want to waste their time and they definitely don't want to waste theirs either. So that's how that works. So getting back into it. So we're going to go ahead and we already marked the code agency down. We'll have to track down all the information on contacting them as that website clearly didn't work. Let's see here. So we're going to go back. So we've got 3 names. We're going to keep looking. Investor's guide. Set up keywords. Multifamily military. So like I said, it doesn't look like we're finding a lot in this particular thread when it comes to brokers in Hampton Roads. Realtors, more realtors, investors. Okay, so it reached for it. And we'll take a look at another thread to see if we can find anything. Again, it doesn't look like we're seeing a lot. I'm looking for a broker. We'll see this. I think it was the one we went to. Yeah, this is the same one we went to earlier. So my bad, y'all. Let's keep going. 15 responses. 1 response. Hampton Roads investor friendly mortgage broker. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for a mortgage broker. Hampton Roads. Small multifamily in Norfolk. Investors. They're giving great guide. And what you can see on this site is they give really good, they give guidance to other people on what they can look for, what they should do, things that nature. And this is something we might look at. So it says Park Place, Ocean View are great areas to find well-priced multifamily properties, things of that nature. So that's something we'll put in pocket for later because we do know that on the small side of things, as the family moves, as I move with the family, we're also going to look to get a 4-plex in that meantime to work on that as we're doing this larger multifamily thing. So we'll keep that kind of thing in mind. So we'll make the note and always have your pencil paper with you so you can make little notes when necessary. Park Place, and Ocean View. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so we're not seeing a lot here when it comes to the broker side of things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into, what is it called? Facebook. So we're going to go on Facebook, and I'm going to do that right now real quick, and we're going to find multifamily and more at Hampton Roads. So here we go. Let me type this in. Hampton Roads, multifamily and more. Click there. All right. So, whoops, I'm not there yet. Hampton Roads, multifamily and more. Okay. So we're in a Hampton Roads chapter of multifamily and more. Now, multifamily and more is one of the ones that I like. They're really active, and they've got a lot of the folks that I already know that are inactive in other groups as well. Mike Foster, I've seen him in Active Duty Passive Income. He's actually a mentor of mine. Anthony Pinto as well. Vadim is another. He is another one that is. He actually runs the company's called Fairwinds Capital. Yeah, I think it's Fairwinds Capital, and they're doing really, really well. So Mr. Jonathan New, he's another who's in Fairwinds. I know Christopher as well. He's another active investor. Quantum Capital. That's another active investor. So we got a lot of really active investors in here. So what we can do is go in here and type brokers, or just broker. We'll pull this up. And then what we do is we go and we look at this, Marcus and Millichap. So again, Marcus and Millichap. So we made a right choice there. So we're going to look in here. We can see memes, things of that nature. Of course, it's always a good time. So, and then we immediately run into somebody who's a broker. There's a multifamily broker by the name of Christine Fluke. So we're going to write Christine Fluke. And we're going to go and find Christine Fluke a little bit later as we do our search. Now, the great thing about sites like this one with multifamily and more is that they are, like I said, really, really active. And because they're so active, it makes it very easy to find what you're looking for with that in mind, right? So all you got to do is look at that and look to them, and they'll help you to get what you're looking for. You just got to be active and kind of speak out. So we know that. So let's see if we can figure out what company Christine works for. Okay. So let's see. So we'll go back to our Google machines. So we're going to look up Christine. Flock. It's a very distinct name, so it shouldn't be too difficult. We're gonna look up Hampton Roads. Now, she may not be in Hampton Roads. She might be in another location, and she's just helping. So we got Urbanized Properties is the name of the company. So they're a real estate firm in South Florida. See, so we can't use that one because it's in South Florida. She's not gonna be able to help us out. Not a problem. We keep searching, keep looking. David Chi, still Marcus and Millie chat. So David is clearly one that's in the area, Hampton Roads. How do you maintain a broker relationship? Coronavirus. So we're just gonna keep, like I said, we just search. What you do is just search around. Now, doesn't look like we're having a lot of success, but in all actuality, we do have 1, 2, 3 names at minimum. So out of our 5, we're 3 out of 5. It's not too bad. It's more than 50%. Let's see here. It doesn't say anything about a broker in this one. So we're gonna keep looking. Anthony Pinto, multifamily properties. GP lenders and brokers. Name of the game. Skill set, trenches. Tal Tamir. Let's look up Tal Tamir. Tal Tamir. Is it ER? MIR. Wait. TAMIR. All right, so Tamir talks to him about being a broker. So this is the YouTube video, and we'll probably watch this later. Looks like he's a Cleveland investor, though. Let's see what it says. We won't play it. We're just going to look at the description and see what they're talking about in the description. See if it gives us a breakdown of where he's actually at. So, investor in realtor Tal Tamir. So he's not even a broker. He's talking about working with multifamily brokers, but he's not a broker. And then additionally, we saw here a second ago, it has Tal Tamir, which could be a different Tal Tamir. No, but who knows? He's out of Cleveland. And we can click his and see if there's where he's actually at, or if it's just a fluke and it just happens to be a name. And it looks like it very well might be a fluke, or he may have moved or what have you. So no big deal. So we'll keep that name in mind for later, but we know as of right now, it may not be an actual broker that we can work with or that we're going to be looking for. So what we're going to do is really run with these 3 names. We're going to go and find the specifics for Steel Gray, which shouldn't be hard. Steel Gray's got a website. We'll look to see if we can find about the code agency. That one's going to be more, probably we're going to have to do that one off camera because there's going to be more to that one. And then lastly, we're going to do Marcus and Millie Chapman. We'll reach out to them as well. So what I'll do is I'll go back and add, Great Steel's already up there. Code agency. And we'll see, because he said there was brokers. So when we get in contact, then we'll see what that looks like. But we'll go ahead and fill out the numbers and things of that nature. And as a matter of fact, we could pretty much pull off Gray Steel right now. Gray Steel. Add their number. And then we can go ahead and close these 2. And then we can hit the contact. Again, doesn't have an actual email address, so no big deal. We'll actually go to their site and see if there's an email address there, and we'll do it that way. Again, it's through LoopNet, so let's try a different way. Google.com. Go to the Google machines. Oops. Screw that all up. So we're going to look up Gray Steel, Hampton Roads. Hampton Roads, Virginia. So boom, we already found Gray Steel. Hampton Roads, Virginia. Private and multifamily investors, institutional investors, things of that nature. So we're going to take them, and as the website is actually loading up now, so we can see here where they're at. We'll see if we can find an email address. Again, it looks like they're doing the same thing. They're vetting. And this is not vetting. What they're probably doing is make it easier for people to be able to be contacted through the site as them being the caller as opposed to the other way around, which we can use to our advantage. But because we're deployed, it's a little bit more difficult to do it that way. So I'd probably look for an email that I can email them at. If all else fails, then I'll go that route. Let's see here. Are these similar faces? Let's see. Herb, Otto. Let's see if we can find Herb and Otto. So Herb and Otto are not on this site. Let's see. Is that Herb? That's a Herb. Let's see if it's the right Herb. Yep, that's Herb. Okay, cool. So we got Herb, and then we've got Otto in here somewhere. So let's see if we can look at Herb and see if he's got an actual email address on his. And we can go from there. Boom, there we go. So Herb's got an email and he's got a number. So we're gonna take Herb's email, and I can click it, and my apples will bring up the email, I'll just copy the address. Quit this because I don't use it anyway. Quit mail. And then I'm going to drop that email right here. And then I'm going to write in Herbert. How you say it? Swatched. I'm going to say Herbert Swat. And then we're going to look up somebody else to see if we can find Otto. And we're going to add Otto to that list as well. So, Otto. Where you at, buddy? Where are you, Otto? Man, they got a lot of... There goes Otto. So we're going to look up Otto Snell. We're going to take Otto Snell, and we're going to add his number to our list as well. So Otto, we're going to pull this out to make it easier for us to add on there. Otto. Cool. So Otto's number is going to go in the back side of this Gray Steels piece. So we're going to say 757. That's better. Okay. 757 266 5979. Okay. And we're going to take you're going to do the same thing as email. So we're going to say /Otto O Snell at Gray Steel. Okay, so we got both those names. And we're going to add Otto Snell. Cool. So we got two names. Next, we're going to go to Marcus and Millie chat. Close this up. Let's see here. Marcus and Millie chat was the first one. I'm going to pull up two emails from Marcus and Millie chat. Marcus and Millie chat. Boom. Marcus and Millie chat looks like it's really relatively easy to find. So we're going to go into Marcus and Millie chat's website, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Now, this is going to seem repetitive, so there's really no need for me to go through Code Agency. Not to mention Code Agency is going to be a little bit more difficult, as they had looks like they had issues with their website. So whatever. And I think we might have we've already gone well over our time, which is fine. So we're going to hop into this real quick, and we'll add the names on here. Where are they at? Contact. All right. So theirs looks like it's going to be another role to do research. As you can see, it's got the information up here, but it's not everything. Like I'm not seeing exactly who I'm looking for. And maybe services, team, advisors, agents, originators. Let's look at agents. So you can search it by name, pull up each. That's in Dallas office, Cleveland. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of research to go through this. So like I said, I'll go back and I'll look at each one of these and I'll fill these in. That looks like it's going to be a lot. And we've already gone 20 minutes over our time. Normally I try to keep these to 10 minutes, but I want to do that. Man, I am sweating up a storm in here. I tell you what. Okay. So anyway, look, do me a favor. On this side, you will see all the stuff that I've done up to this point between now and when we started on day 1. And then on this side, you can see all the interviews that I've done on the Oliver Perry Show. Go check those out. Hopefully that was helpful. It should be something that you can pull up and look and reference to. Take the time to go through it. You can skip through whatever works. And shout out to those of you who are watching and learning. Let me know if there's anything you got questions on, or if there's any way I can help, or if there's anything that you're not sure of that you want to know that either we haven't gotten to that I still need to make a video, or I've gotten to that you still have questions on, or I didn't cover it correctly in your opinion. Whatever works. Anyway, you're better than you were, but you're not half as good as you're going to be. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Ollie out.